Happy International Men's Health Week. I hope that all the men have gone out and done something healthy during the week, and I hope all the women have nagged their men to go out and do something healthy in International Men's Health Week. We are here, of course, to launch the PCFA's new resource for men and their partners dealing with prostate cancer. And I will start by introducing our host for today, and that is Anthony Roberts, the member for Lane Cove and the Shadow Minister for Emergency Services and Juvenile.
That's Justice.
Justice. Anthony Roberts.
Thank you. Thanks so much, Andrew. And for those that don't realise, Andrew and I actually worked here in the ill-fated Fay administration. It must be over 10, 12, it goes so quickly, years ago. They were interesting times, but to Graham Johnson, David Sandoz, Steve Callister, my good friend Andrew Giles, my very good friends from Rotary here today, ladies and gentlemen, it's indeed a pleasure to be here at such a significant event, and what a better place to hold it than what I think is one of the most beautiful rooms in this Parliament. It was specifically subscribed to and built for Her Majesty Queen Victoria's Jubilee, and you can see around here the Hansards of going way back. Some of them were gifts actually from the Houses of Parliament in the United Kingdom. And when you have a look at the words spoken by so many, in those days, men, I don't think there were many women until the 50s, unfortunately, you can just picture those people in 100 years ago, even 80 years ago, 200 years ago. How many of those individuals who passed away may have passed away at that stage from prostate cancer? And it's an issue even today that's affecting so many men in this country. And whilst we're tackling on so many fronts different forms of cancer, I've really got to say and pay knowledge and tribute to the PCFA for the wonderful work that they've done in this country in promoting awareness and looking at the amount of lives that are saved each year. And without a doubt, catching any train in from anywhere in Sydney, because there's so many people aboard it, there'd have to be at least 2 or 3 people, I would say, on some of those trains that owe their lives to an awareness of the dangers of prostate cancer. Now, there's almost 19,000 people diagnosed in this country each year with prostate cancer, and unfortunately we have 3,000 deaths. And when you have a look at just not the social costs of those deaths, but also the economic costs of those deaths, to have the wonderful work of the PCFA coming out there and not only saving those families, sort of the amount of grief, but also from an economic point of view, the amount of money that is being saved by our hospital systems and also by industry and business is something to be very proud of. And I'm especially proud of the PCFA because it actually came from a group of dedicated men and women from the Rotary Club of Lane Cove, who decided that enough was enough. And whilst they were a small club, like most Rotarians, they thought there's a problem, we don't care how big it is, we're going to fix it. And for any of you that know sort of about Rotary or Rotarians, it doesn't matter how big the issue is or how problematic it is, they'll undertake it even if it means bashing their head against the wall enough times to bring it down in order to achieve the result. And there was a lot of hard work, and there still is, an involvement in what they've done. And when you take it from a small group of individuals discussing the issue, you can imagine around a dinner table, saying, look, let's have a look at something, let's do something right, let's do something good, what can we do? And bringing up an issue, particularly prostate cancer, and saying, right, well, let's get into it, how do we do it? Let's set up a strategy and let's just roll our sleeves up and go for it. And look what we've got now. We've got a fantastic organisation saving so many lives. And in fact, so far now that the PCFA is now the peak body in this country. Now, this new DVD today, and I won't go heavily into that, I haven't seen it, I'll take it back and I'll have a look at that on the weekend. And I must also say, having visited our headquarters at St Leonard's, which unfortunately is about 300 metres outside of my electorate, but I did conduct some black ops and sneak across the border, establish contact, and then disappeared back before I could be caught. I've got to say that they're doing a magnificent job there, and for those of you that haven't experience the box. And the box is, well, ask Andrew about the box. It's indeed an experience. I'll just leave it there. But I would suggest, as I've done in my newsletters, and those of you from Lane Cove will see in my last newsletter I donated a significant portion of that into promoting prostate awareness, that to the ladies here and to the blokes, there's nothing wrong with talking about prostate cancer. We can talk about it these days. You know, it's well, I'm talking about it now, but it's something that quite some time ago people just didn't discuss these things. It was one of those silent killers that blokes didn't talk about. You know, it's you know, well, I can mention it because it's on the Alan Jones program all the time. You know, sort of it's a bit harder to wee or things like that, or getting up in the night. Then go and see someone about it and go to your doctor. And trouble with us blokes is that, you know, we don't like doctors. We might like playing golf with them, you know, or going for a sail with them, but we don't actually like going and talking about our health issues. And what the PCFA's done is really got out there and say to blokes, look, it's all right. Talk to your wife about it. Talk to your mates about it. Go to the pub, have a chat, you know, and you'll find that people do share their experiences, at least verbally. But I would ask you all to continue this fight, and a lot of it is about education, and that is to the ladies here, talk to your husbands or your boyfriends or your fathers about it, and to the blokes, feel free and get out there and spread the word that this is a silent killer, and it's something that we must do something about, and it's something that I'm proud to say that the PCFA is doing a lot about. So thank you very much for this opportunity, and indeed it is a privilege to be here today, and God bless you and keep up the good work. Thank you.